Hey guys, this is TheEnder, and yeah, so here I'm casting Superfight number 4
오늘 전태규
from Sonic.
아이디가 지금 큐티걸인데
Let me turn that volume
홍소연
down.
선수는 아이디가 또
Volume,
데뷔
volume. Here we go. Alright, great. So, spawning in the lower right position, our yellow Protoss is going to be Zeus. And spawning in the upper left position, our red Terran is going to be BJ Hongxun. So, a little bit about these players. I don't know too much about them, but Zeus was a former member of Height Sparkies back in the good old glory days of Brood War. Retired in 2009, but yeah, he's here for the super fight. And of course, on the line is about, I think it's $200 per game. And it's sort of a King of the Hill format, so whoever wins may or may not show up in the next super fight, whether it's 5, 6, 7. But yeah, so and his opponent, BG Hongxun, I don't have too much information on her, but yes, it is a her. Terran player, it's a her. It sounds a bit like Toss Girl, but I don't know if I don't know. Nothing that I've read said it's Toss Girl, just as it's BJ Hongxun. So, alright, opening build orders, Protoss going for a fast gateway, and Terran's going for a barracks. No wall in, no fast expand, it looks like, for our Terran, and gas on the way, so mech play to follow. Of course, you do pretty much always see mech play versus Protoss, because Marines just get wrecked by any type of Protoss tech, whether it's Reavers or Templar. It's just not fun. I do love to see it. Occasionally you'll see what's called like a deep six, where it's you get a single factory, maybe double factory, but then you get 6 barracks, and it's just a crazy all-in rush where you push with a couple tanks, and then a control group or 2 of medic Marines with stim. And you completely catch your opponent off guard. Marines can dish out a lot of damage with the stim, and usually it goes unscouted. And then Marines just eat goons if it's only goons. And of course Protoss don't go for early game zealots. That's because you can't micro them. But yeah. So that's just possibilities, but like I said, it looks like pretty standard mech play from I think I'll call her Terran BJ. That's easier to say than Hongxun. Sorry, I don't speak any Korean, and my pronunciation is historically very bad in any language, even English. But alright, looks like the second scouting probe is going to... nope, it's not a scouting probe, it's a zealot. So Zeus is going to scout BJ in the last spot. I mean, they are cross-map, but the scouting pattern looks really, really weird on the mini-map if you look at it. Zealot went through the middle of the map, started to go lower left, and now is heading back up top left. 2 Marines out currently. There's going to have to be some micro to beat that Zealot. Maybe it's a 3rd Marine. Oh, there's a 3rd Marine. So yeah, the Zealot may try to poke up to the top of the ramp, but it's probably not going to get very far. Because 3 Marines can beat a Zealot pretty easily with a decent micro. But oh, with that goon, that could be a problem. We saw the barracks was in a anti-Zealot place. Whoop, is that Marine going to get picked off? Looks like 1 Marine might get picked off due to poor pathing. Uh-oh. So this could be a problem. So, what? Where's the stuff? So as you can see, buildings are all placed close together. Really helps out against Zealots, just for the microing. Zealots can't follow the Marines because Zealots are fatter than Marines. But yeah, usually Protoss units are so much stronger than Terran units until you get out that first tank or so. So usually, alright, there's the tank. So usually what you used to see in like every game was a wall in at the top of the ramp, with something like 2 supply depots in a barracks, and you float the barracks when the tank is out and you don't need it anymore. But we weren't seeing that. And so yeah, we saw 2 Marines go down now. Alright. Goons are doing a good job taking a few pot shots on the Marines and backing up before the tank breaks through their shield. Scouting SCV finally gets to the Protoss base, sees the expansion, but doesn't see anything else. Right now it's just a 1-gate expand, and SCV dies. So we saw the machine shop spinning the last time we were looking at BJ's base, and as we can see there are mines on the field, so that will stop any early aggression, or at least it should. And now that first vulture is going to make its way to the Protoss base. Maybe it's the second one. Yeah. But yeah, with the threat of vultures, Protoss is going to have to either stay in their base or at least keep a few units at home. A couple of mines blocking the third expansion. Always annoying. So it's a good thing to do. Second factory going down, Robo going down for the Protoss, and a Citadel. That is not what you see this early in the game. Usually you don't see Zealot legs until a Protoss is, well over 100 supply, and they're thinking about getting an attack. And Storm drops, or Storm versus Mech in general, are not as effective, mainly because, Mech units, they're a whole lot fewer of them because they're so large of units. So I could only guess that this is going to be DTs. Rather dirty, but what do you know, it's a Protoss. Alright, so yes, we got Robo and Templar Archive, so it's going to be a DT drop, most likely. Very annoying to deal with if you're a Terran, but on the other hand, it's a very, very expensive rush, since you have to get both techs. Both the Templar tech and the drop tech. So if this is handled well, and by well I mean not too much economic damage is taken, our Terran could be rather far ahead. But we'll have to see. So luckily the engineering bay is going to be down. It's plenty early to get turrets if but we'll see. So 2 gateways, probably only going to be 2 DTs. The shuttle is going... What? I was going to say the shuttle's going in the wrong direction. It should be going to the gateways. I believe shuttles fly faster than DTs. Alright, so we have a turret in the main. Didn't see it, but I'm guessing right now... Uh-oh, this is bad. This is bad. Terran is going for a hard contain. And I say it's a hard contain because they brought SCVs, and the only reason you'd be bringing SCVs is be making missile turrets. So the entire Terran army is going to be out of their base, and there's going to be a DT drop in the main. This could go either way still. Without the Protoss, with the Protoss having to get so much tech, there could literally be just no army. Uh-oh, but the detection's not there yet. Detection's not there yet. 2 DTs are dropped. Turret is not done. Turret is not done. Turret is it going to finish? It needs like 2 more seconds, 3 more seconds. It's at 170 health. 4 DTs. Oh, turret could have finished, but yeah, all the supporting units are gone. Marines are gone. DTs do eat a mine, so they're slightly softened up. But there's still 4 DTs alive, and there's no support units for the Terran. Because DTs are considered to be, like an infantry unit, they are light. That means they take half damage from siege tanks, so that is somewhat problematic. But yeah, all in all, that was pretty much of a failed rush. And the harassment is just about to begin. However, shuttle running into a missile turret takes a fair amount of damage, which is going to be really, really helpful. It's going to have to be really careful. He's not going to be able to suicide the shuttle in anywhere near as easily as he might have been able to. But oh, there's a massive gap here. Shuttle just walks in. 3 factories are completed. 2 more on the way. There's actually some spider mines. Oh, that was dirty. I was going to say, there's actually some spider mines near the mineral line, which you really don't see very often because of how dangerous it is. But so far, it's doing decently as a DT deterrent. Unfortunately, oh no, oh no, oh no! The DT is mind-bombing the SCVs, which, yes, it can be done, and with decent micros, the DT won't even die. Just trigger the mine blows up, and you lift up the DT at the last second. But alright, the shuttle is super, super low. Be nice if BJ had a marine or two to push it away or finish it off, but we don't see that. Instead, we're looking like a 6 gateway follow-up with Arbiter Tribunal. BJ is pushing across the map with 6 tanks and probably rallying vultures. I don't think this is a good idea. I mean, it's just not enough army supply. I mean, look at how... Oh, and the shuttle's coming back. No anti-air anymore. It looks like BJ is going to get wrecked. Let's see how those mines do. Those mines could change the battle. Nope, mines derp. And tanks go down. Only a single Dragoon dies, I think. That was not good. Yeah. BJ was not channeling the inner flash. Should I say her inner flash? Okay, so that being said, I want to say it's going to be a pretty one-sided victory now, since Protoss is so far ahead on supply. That being said, it is against a Terran, so you got to be careful. You don't want to suicide your stupid goons into a bunch of vulture mines. But yeah, this is not going to accomplish much. Looks like Mr. Zeus still has it, even though he retired 5 years ago. Lucky kill on a goon there. But yeah, so Zeus is ahead. He's just going to take his expansion. BJ is going to take her expansion as well, but it's, yeah, we got 3 tanks versus 2 control groups of goons, and Arbiter's almost done. So the one nice thing about doing this kind of a tech rush with a DT drop is that you have, you know, when you're done, you have full tech. Whoop, whoop! Free goon, free goon! That's a weird main base. The left mineral patches look like they're farther away than the rest of them, like significantly farther away. Alright, goons are forced away for now. 3 more gateways coming down, bringing us to a total of 9 gateways. 9 gateway, 3 base Protoss versus a possibly soon-to-be 3 base Terran with at least 5 factories. I mean, when you say it like that, all the Terran really needs to do is hold off 1 bad attack, or you know, plant some mines under a recall, and they might be back in it. But yeah, these vulture pokes are not getting anything done at all. It looks like this map is actually really, really choked off. I don't recognize the map, but I mean, there's very few chokes, and they're pretty narrow. Which, I mean, it should be pretty good for a you know, a Terran style if you just hold all these chokes or the bridges. But still no upgrades for BJ either. She really does want to start with that. Of course, Terran really do like to get the upgrades, mainly because the whole Terran strategy is, you know, you have units that are more expensive than most other races' units, but they do more damage. And so, if you win a battle, you can win it without losing pretty much anything. You know, if you have that mega critical mass, you know, you kill the Dragoons as soon as they come into your range, but they never get a shot off. Alright, that is a funny looking wall of pylons there. Doesn't look like it's tight, but of course this is Brood War, so a tight wall is, I almost want to say a little bit arbitrary. It's, you know, it is or it isn't, but there's nothing that says why or why not. Alright, first Arbiter is out. 5th base going down for Zeus. Still 3 bases for BJ, but BJ has gotten the opportunity to build up a pretty decent army. Whoop! Dropship passes the Arbiter. But what? So our red player BJ, she's not reacting too much to that Arbiter. I mean, I would expect to see army movement towards the natural or main to defend that Arbiter. That was, I mean, it was spotted. But yeah, we need to see more mines and laid inside the main base and natural for recall defense. I mean, with the number of vultures she's been making, she should have plenty of mines available. Alright, so we see some mines in the third. Possibly not enough. And I mean, it is a lot, but when I say not enough, I mean we really need to see a slaughter on the recall if BJ wants to have a chance of winning this game. Alright, so the Terran drop is 2 tanks. They're being placed on the ledge of the high ground by Zeus's 5th base. It looks like they can reach the Nexus from there, and it is a pretty decent defendable position, since it is, high ground. However, it's going to get picked up and picked off really fast. So yeah, not much damage done to the Nexus. Both tanks go down. Pretty much no enemy units go down. So by now, Zeus should be maxed out. So once you get maxed out as Protoss and you get your Arbiters and your full tech up, you should be making a second zone of gateways, probably at the 5th base, on the left at the, what is that, 8 o'clock position now? Dropship finds the Arbiter again. Come on, we need to see some troop movement. Troop movement into the main, really quick. There's no mines. This is going to be terrible. 1 mine, and it gets picked off. No damage. Alright, so Terran armies should be heading into the main to clean that up. Looks like a whole lot of supply depots are going down in addition to the SCVs and the Goliaths. You don't want the Goliaths on the front lines there. It's not good. First science vessel is out. That'll help out. And where'd the science vessel go? I saw a scan. We should have seen a science vessel. So Zeus is really playing this pretty patiently. I mean, usually you don't want to do just like one recall. You want to recall once, and then as soon as the recall is cleaned up, you're ready with your second recall or your third. And constantly keep the Terran on the back foot, not giving them time to do anything. But right now it's just a pretty patient, 5 base build up. Second Stargate producing Arbiters for Zeus. And looks like he's chasing the dropship that was going into harass with both his Arbiters. 3 Arbiters versus that 1 dropship. That's odd. And they're gonna get him. They're gonna get him. The Arbiter's doing their puny little, 8 damage, 10 damage, killing off a dropship. Alright, so here we go. Mass flood across the map. Probably still maxed out. +1 weapons upgrade on the Protoss units. Terran army looking pretty small. I wouldn't expect it to be that small. SCV count looking really, really low. No chance for a 4th base. But +2 weapons upgrade on the Terran mech. Just so many zealots, man. Whoop! What? How did that happen? So there were 4 tanks stasis inside the main before the Arbiter with the recall got there. I'm guessing that first Arbiter that did that original recall must have stuck around and then threw down the stasis. But alright, here we go. Protoss breaking in the front now that the entire army has gone into the main to defend the recall. It was just a small recall, but it doesn't matter. It's so we had a single stasis on a single science vessel. We had a second stasis that missed everything completely, and the Protoss is going to just pull back. Looks like there's a slight pathing problem because the goons that were placed at the wall at the natural to keep the vultures out were also interfering with the rally from the gateways. But yeah, we got, let's see, 9 gateways in the main, 5 in the 5th base. Zeus probably needs more gateways. Alright, so here it is. The recalls have been defended, the frontal assault has been defended, and BJ is going to push for the, I'd say for the last time. She's getting a 4th base at the same time, but once it gets scouted, I'm pretty sure it'll be cleaned up really, really quickly. Uh-oh. We have an unsiege. Okay, never mind. We had an unsiege and then both armies ran away from each other. Looks like BJ's heading for the 4th and 5th base, which is a good idea. It looks like there's a much tighter choke heading to the 4th and 5th base. Uh-oh, but the tanks are unsieged. Not good. The single science vessel gets stasised. There was a scan. Storm's going down, just completely tearing up the vultures. Vultures coming back in after the scans are down, but there's only 3 tanks remaining. Only 3 tanks remaining. Probably need another scan here. Oh, come on. Protoss being a little bit BM, dancing the Arbiters. Oh! Oh, 5 goons died to like 2 mines. But as nice as that little trade was, it's just too late. Terran can't reproduce its army, so even though there's goons sacrificing themselves into mines, I mean, they're still going down. You know, it really doesn't matter. I mean, even if you trade, you know. There we go. There's the GG. And QT Girl, aka Zeus, is going to take the game. Alright, I'll see you guys in game number 2. This is going to be a best of 5.